It's all right. The TV says there's nothing to worry about.
The giant naked Sky Santa has exploded. Blood and chunks of viscera are raining down on the country. Everything should be fine.
So would you guys mind introducing yourselves from Mike? We're going to go clockwise.
Starting with me. I'm Sebastian, and I play guitar.
I'm Harley, and I play drums.
I'm Yago, I play the bass.
I'm Tyler, I do vocals.
I'm Travis, and I play the guitar.
I'm Lucas, I hawk merch.
And Lucas, who are you hawking merch for?
Noisem, straight out Baltimore, MD, Bodymore.
Bodymore, Murderland.
Murderland.
Or if you take the Chinatown buses, it's Bootymore.
Oh yeah.
So we're outside the Acheron right now. It's not quite spring Tuesday night, and you guys just played a show, and I believe this is the first show of your tour. Is that correct?
Yeah. Something happened. We weren't able to get on the first day, which ended up Jarhead. They were the only band from the package that was going to be doing the show, but they had to drop because they had van issues. So it ends up that it's our first day together in New York.
Not a bad way to start.
Not at all.
And how did this tour come about?
We just got an email like, hey, do you want to do this? It should be
Brad
fun.
and I were talking about it a few months ago because we were just like shooting ideas what we wanted to do, and this came about, and then we started doing a routing, and now we're playing in Brooklyn. Now we're in Brooklyn right now.
When was the last tour you guys did?
About a month ago, we did the Decibel magazine tour. It ended about a month ago. It was a month long. It was pretty gruesome. some awful drives, but it was all worth it because we got to see Carcass for 26 days or so.
Excellent.
That's well worth it.
And that was Carcass and Gorguts, right?
Carcass, Gorguts, and the Black Dahlia Murder. And us, with regional openers.
Okay.
It was
I remember
crazy.
growing up with listening to Carcass and everything. It's just idolizing Jeff Walker and wanting to like touch his dreadlocks.
Did you actually get to touch his dreadlocks?
He hasn't had dreadlocks in like 20 years.
Oh, really? Oh, is that why he wears that cowboy hat, so we can't see that he's bald now?
He didn't wear a cowboy hat at all, and I was very disappointed. One night he did have a cowboy hat when we were in Dallas because he was making fun of Texans.
Of course.
Of course.
So, if you don't mind, let's go back to the beginning. How did you guys start?
I started off really young as a musician. I was in, like cover bands with my dad and stuff, and after doing that for so long, you eventually want to do your own thing, and I kind of tricked my brother into learning how to play drums, and then he became my at-home drum machine. Then we started just writing whatever we could together. It started off kind of awful. We got better, I guess.
Less awful.
Less awful, less shitty. We started to sound more like a band rather than just crap. And then I think we started writing together around like 2006. And then we didn't start writing
When
for
you guys
like
are getting ready
Agony
to head
until
out, could
like
you text me the
2009,
address?
2010, something like
Thanks
that.
again for having us, seriously.
What kind of music?
At first we started off just like basement, garage, punk, basement garage.
DIY.
Yeah, just like whatever came out. It didn't matter. We were just happy to be writing something. Then we kind of moved on to thrash metal for a little bit, because that was what we were all really into. Then we got into the darker, heavier stuff, like, Cannibal Corpse, Deicide, Morbid Angel, shit like that. So, of course it takes its toll, like, listening to it all the time. That's what you write. That's just what comes out. After a while, we came up with about 9, 10 songs, and we were like, alright, well, let's try to record it. And we had a version that wasn't very good, and we just kept playing shows. And eventually we hooked up with the right dude, and he put us in the studio for real, and we got to do it, make it sound good this time. And yeah, the rest is sort of recent history.
And so, the album that you released last year was your debut album.
Yeah. So, yeah, it had been recorded before, but then we redid it to make it sound as best as it could, so that way we didn't sound like
shitty.
Yeah, as best as we could make it, which doesn't mean that it's going to be good at all. So, right out of the starting gate, we already had
Studio wizards.
some experience recording shit.
And if you don't mind me asking, how old were you guys when the album was released last
See, I was I 18 by then?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think
All I know is
how old was
I
Harley?
had already graduated high school. So,
How old was
my
Harley?
life after high school was like, I don't even know how old I was. Fuck it. I'm almost 20 now.
Good thing
so
I didn't
whatever.
finish high school.
I think our drummer, I think he was 14 when he recorded.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, 15
pretty
when
sure.
it got released, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, when it was
released in June.
his
so,
birthday had
yeah.
passed.
He's 16 now.
It was literally like a few days before his birthday.
So your 15-16 tour with Carcass.
Yeah.
What was that like?
That was it was quite an experience.
A couple wisecracks here and there.
Yeah. A little bit of ball busting from the other guys.
Only from the band.
But not
this
too
time.
much, because it was a multiple day tour, so it gets old after a while.
So, I mean, it's been a pretty wild ride for you guys from, like, releasing your first album. You
Yeah.
guys are straight out of high school to, like, opening for Carcass.
Yeah. Isn't that stupid? Like, some people just get, like, the weirdest things happen to them in life. And, I don't know.
Well, how do you guys feel about it?
I think it's been awesome. I expected nothing doing this. I just expected... I literally gave myself 2 years after high school, and if nothing really happened with the band, like we weren't getting on any tours or anything, doing anything meaningful and worthwhile to myself at least, that I was just going to go to trade school and be a serious adult or whatever, follow the program.
Be miserable pretty much.
Yeah, basically. But
Shake his head.
I don't know, I guess things started picking up rapidly, and I was like, alright, well, fuck work, fuck school, let's go on tour, let's get in the van, guys.
But you do work.
I do work.
And we all work.
I'm freelance, so I come and go as I please. I'm not tied down to any companies. Good.
But you know, we ain't making that money out here. We gotta make that ching chang back at home. You know what I mean?
Right. Alright, my favorite thing to say about making money and being a musician is
It doesn't exist.
no. Look, a friend of ours was doing an interview, and a friend asked him. He was like, "Oh, the guy interviewing was like, hey, so where are you?" He's like, "Oh, just another day in the office." He's like, "Haha, that's funny. No, where are you?" He's like, "No, I'm at my job." He's like, "Wait, you have a day job?" Like, he didn't believe him. He was like, "Grind don't pay the bills, babe."
And that was Blake Harrison.
And that was Blake Harrison, Pig Destroyer.
Rip him off and like, hang high and dry. But yeah, it was Blake Harrison. Oh, Pig Destroyer.
Fame. Pig Destroyer fame.
It's totally. You can name drop the shit out of people. That's all good.
Yeah, go
the
for
best DJ in grindcore.
it. Well, even like Jay Randall and like all those guys have a job. Scott Hall.
Fenris has a job.
Fenris works at the post office. Yeah,
Yeah.
not many
That's
people know
awesome.
That. Yeah.
That's sick.
The cultist mailman in metal. Well, you said you gave yourself 2 years. Why 2 years?
I don't know. I just felt like by the time that I turned 20, that it was like,
You're old. And,
yeah, kind of. I mean, I don't really feel it.
Metallica made it by
almost 20.
Metallica made it by the time they're 19. So
Yeah.
if you don't make it by 19,
Basically.
then too
If you don't make it 20, you just suck.
No, I don't know. I just felt like 2 years was a good number.
You were 20,
But
you don't have the teen suffix anymore.
yeah,
You should
basically.
feel like a real adult.
Yeah, I figured like my late teens, early 20s was going to be the time that I could actually cut loose and not have to worry about the consequences later in life. Because when you get like mid 20s, early 30s, you kind of start to think about things a little bit more. But I don't know. I'm not there yet.
Have you named your van?
It's Selena.
Selena.
Like
After
Selena
the
and the
movie.
Elos Dinos.
And the Elos Dinos.
And the Elos Dinos.
Nice.
Biddy biddy bum bum. Oh.
last month you released a split with Occultist.
Yes.
How did that come about?
We had been playing some shows in Richmond and around the surrounding area, like DC, and sometimes they would come up to Baltimore or whatever. And we told our label guy about them, and immediately was like, "Well, I got to sign these guys. They're rad." And we're like, "Yeah, we told you, so please." And then he was like, "Yeah, so originally that split was supposed to be with another band. No, it was originally supposed to be with Power
Trip, yeah.
Hey, more people.
Oh, hey,
And,
Sam.
Coming in.
and something happened, like they weren't able to do it, and so Dom just finally hooked us up. He was like,
Sam.
Introduce yourself to everybody. What's your name?
Sam.
Sam. And what do you do?
Play guitar.
We're our main shirts all day.
Yeah, we're Iron Maiden shirts.
Vast collection of
Ain't on
Iron
at the
Maiden
same
shirts.
time.
I saw Rob went off a guy in the
do you
street
play
and just
guitar
took his
for?
shirt off his
Jarhead Fertilizer.
So you
They
knew
said you
Occultist
were
before the split came about.
yeah, we had just been playing shows with them, and we really dug them.
Oh, who made that be?
Wait,
Let's
someone else.
open the door.
Dude, this has become like a reverse clown.
Vinny!
Like, how many
I'm smoking a cigarette. I feel bad if I can't.
Alright.
Hi. What's your name?
Yeah, introduce yourself.
Vinny.
We're
And
Joe.
what do you play?
Oh, bass guitar.
For what band?
Jarhead Fertilizer.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to ask how you picked the Repulsion song that you covered for the split.
Well, it's Repulsion.
Yeah.
One of our biggest influences in terms of like our style and like what we try to aim for, and we even got to play with them on the Carcass tour in San Francisco. It was so cool meeting them. They were such nice guys.
I
And
remember when I had that sick Horrified 3-disc CD with all the demos that Ben stole from me?
no, I stole it from
Oh, you
you
stole
for
it
a
from
little
me?
bit, and then Ben stole it from me.
Oh,
Yeah, I wasn't trying to give that shit up. Ben
Of course
just,
not.
he borrowed it. He was like, "Hey man." I don't know. We did a couple other covers. Again, it was just like songs that we thought were like from bands that were our influence and stuff like that. And, so along with the Repulsion song, we did "Fear of Napalm" from Terrorizer, and we did "A Skullful of Maggots" from Cannibal Corpse, and then we did "Aggressive Perfector" from Slayer. An oldie,
They'll be out too.
oldie but goodie.
So these will be. Oh, you guys did record these, and they will.
Yeah, they're gonna be on a
going to be
7-inch.
B-sides of our 7-inch single, because people still release those these days. And we're one of them. Like, oh, listen to our new 45.
We're one of those.
Dude, we should start
People.
making 78s.
Are those like the in-between ones? Like
No, there's like vibraphone. Like
we were gonna make a
Floppy
floppy
disks.
disc for a minute.
yeah, like did I tell you about
No,
the
yeah,
sleep
we
disorder
discussed
idea
it.
yet?
No, but later.
It's good.
Is
Trust-
it this good?
Okay, all right. So
Disorder from Baltimore, Maryland. Flower of Islands.
all right, so the A side is gonna be like, all right, like it's gonna be on floppy disk, and the A side is gonna be the music, and the B side is just gonna be Doom. So like you put it in your computer and like you listen to music. And you just,
sick.
wouldn't that be awesome?
As far as the 7-inch, when are you guys planning on releasing it?
It
Probably
should
like
be out soon.
yeah.
We've kind of been a little bit busy working at the record label. We work for our label as well. He's just been like swamped, and he just moved operations. He just got a new house and shit.
Moving to the country, going to eat a lot of peaches.
Sure. But yeah, he's just been swamped and not had a whole lot of time to do much. But should be out before the end of this summer, hopefully. I don't know. From what I understand, it's like right there, like the next in queue to be released.
So did all of you guys grow up in Baltimore?
Except for
Oh yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I'll go group him.
Oh, I'm supposed to tell my story.
Yeah, tell your story.
In a land far away.
From Brazil.
Yeah, I was born, and then I grew up in Peru. That's it. That's
Yeah,
the
that's the
story.
whole story.
You don't even know that much about him.
Yeah,
we don't even
barely
know his
know
last
those guys.
name.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it
Never gonna
Santiago
tell.
Ventura, and then was it? Isn't it like
Oh,
area?
yeah.
His name is super
Something like
memorable
that.
because like.
Is it Arteta?
Yeah, that's
true
it.
fact.
Yeah.
Is that your mom's?
Talk to me about Baltimore. What's the scene like?
Oh, let me tell you about this.
The
You
guy
don't
who's
even
not
live
from
there.
Well, okay. Let me couch this by saying the only two things I know about Baltimore are MDF
And The Wire.
The Wire. Exactly. And
hear
the
that.
last time I was in Baltimore, I saw both of those things come together when like the cops took down some random dude
Oh,
for like
that's
reasons
nice.
I couldn't.
oh, that was so
didn't quite
stupid.
understand.
All right.
Wait,
so,
wait.
oh, yo,
was,
yo.
was it in the parking lot of Death Fest?
No, it was actually on whatever that main road is when you walk down.
Saratoga.
Yeah. And so like the cops like I guess didn't like the way this one dude was talking to them, and so they decided that all three of them were going to take him down. And the rest
Well,
of them,
fuck that. I guess for like, you want to know about the metal scene?
Yeah.
Relatively
isn't-
non-existent.
Yeah. And pretty much,
And by relatively, I mean there might be a few here and there.
I guess
but-
there's metal bands like there's Peter Sex, there's Bestial Evil, like this type of bands.
Features.
That's Annapolis.
They're from Upper Marlboro.
See, I wouldn't count them because I never see those dudes anywhere. I met John Gallagher once, like the underground like DIY thing. That's
Pretty much what you have to go through.
Yeah,
It's like much bigger, like the punk and hardcore scene, I'd say, right?
In Baltimore, yeah,
definitely.
Like if you're a band that's like trying to do something in Baltimore, you have to go through there, which
that's
is
the way
probably
to
the
do it.
best way to do it.
go through the DIY scene. You mean?
Yeah, it's more respectable.
rather than playing empty metal clubs, you play packed basements in the city.
It's much better.
Sweet.
And you don't have to go through a bunch of fucked up promoters that don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, like
Name drop on
We're
that
not
one.
gonna.
No,
we're not
let's
gonna
not-
mention any
let's not-
names.
let's not do that.
like pre-sale tickets and shit. There's a few promoters that do it. And
We're gonna fuck them up.
Like every new band that like starts up that are like friends with us are like, yeah, do you have any like tips for us? Like, yeah, don't go through these people. And they're like, and then they do it anyway. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna help you guys anymore. Fucking
Fuck
idiots.
pay to play. That's bullshit.
Yeah, we had
Always and forever.
before St. Vitus and the Acheron came around. This was when I was in college. There were a lot of pay-to-play promoters in New York City, doing places like L'Amour's. Yeah, that shit was bullshit. Yeah.
Good riddance.
So yeah, you guys are. Well, I don't have to tell you how lucky you guys are because you just toured with Carcass, but it's kind
You
of.
should tell us. You should tell us. Just like
That's really all it was.
like,
Do you feel you relate more to the DIY and hardcore scene than you do to the metal and metal scenes?
Personally, I would say so. Just because, like, I don't know, there's just a lot of posturing that goes along with most metal bands. And we're just a bunch of fucking dorks that like to play fast, loud music, so it's not like there's any sort of pretension there.
I feel like I share the ideals with more of the DIY scene than I do metal scene. There's much more, I guess, like, I don't know, prejudice in the metal scene, I guess.
yeah, metals could be real weirdos sometimes.
Yeah, just fucking creeps.
Metals can be really weird and they can be magnetic sometimes.
Yeah, metallic things,
Metallica shirts.
Metallica shirts.
That's fucked up to say. I shouldn't.
How? Because MDF has gotten very big in the last, I don't know, I'd say like 5 or 6 years. Do you see that affecting the local scene?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think it really helps or hurts. It's just an awesome
I mean, it is
festival
fucking
that
awesome.
everybody goes to.
So, like, during Death Fest, anywhere you go in the city, you see fucking metal and punk kids, which is awesome.
I think that's
from
where,
everywhere.
I think that's where most bands like find their members, and that's how they start. Like, oh, you play guitar? I play drums. No shit. Let's start a band. Where do you live? York, PA. Oh shit.
Austria.
Yeah.
Erie. I'm from Erie.
But there's this awesome thing called email, and you can send tracks through that. So I don't know.
Oh, the internet.
And you can play
It's
shows
wonderful.
through Skype.
That would be cool.
That'd be pretty hilarious.
Or do like one-off fly-in dates.
Or like the Gorillas, dude.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Boom, 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 boom. You should grab the bass and play the bass line to feel good and cool.
Yeah, too
I
bad it's
don't know how
packed
to
away.
play it.
Yeah, sucks.
So hard.
Alright.
Okay.
I don't know if you just noticed yet. We like to get off topic a lot.
Yeah, I just wanted to see how long you could let that go for. Before you
Oh,
guys
it could have gone on there.
I really hope you guys listen to this podcast because I'm not sure anyone else will.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I for sure will, and I'll laugh about it thinking about
Real
where
quick,
we
it's 12
were.
o'clock.
want to talk about your style a little bit, because you guys are either fairly or unfairly kind of lumped in with this old school revival.
Yeah.
Do you think that's fair?
Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me because it's just a genre tag. It'll change if we change or if people think that we're doing something different. So, I don't know. Like, whatever happens, happens. Whoever wants to call us whatever, I'm fine with it. But, I don't know. In terms of, like, what's been coming out in terms of, like, the whole thrash revival thing, I don't know if we necessarily sound like those guys. I mean, we could. I could just be that into what I'm hearing and not really see the similarities.
I had an interesting talk with a band from Cincinnati last night, and they're all around your age.
Okay.
And they're, not necessarily an old school revival band, but all the albums that they cited were the albums that I grew up on. And like I said, that was 19 years ago.
Yeah.
And so they were like Sepultura's Arise and Morbid Angel's Covenant and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, you just talked about like my sophomore, junior years in high school.
Right.
Do you feel like, and you guys were talking about Carcass and Cannibal Corpse and stuff like that, again, which is the stuff that I grew up on.
Right,
do you guys feel that there's something timeless about that no matter like what generation you come from, there's an appeal to it?
I feel like there's always going to be fans of the more harsh, brutal, just straight up barbaric, like power chord kind of music. Like, it's been repeated in cycles, not even just in metal, just in music in general. Like, you're listening to bands that have the sound of the 60s coming out in the early 2000s. Like,
I mean, it just proves how great that sound is. That it's completely like timeless, and no matter.
In terms of chronology, those bands shouldn't have come out in the early 2000s. They should have been around in the 60s. If you wanted to just keep going with like some sort of musical progression, but I don't know. People are always going to want to do something new and extreme, and people are going to want to.
But it still shows how that sound is timeless, though. Like,
yeah, because I wasn't trying to.
People always want to see where it all started, so they go back.
If anything, it's going to influence those kids that like listen to that type of music to go back and see what influenced those bands, which is.
At some point, there has to be a reset button, because how extreme can you get? Just take it back to basics.
There's some new bands that like sound like they're their favorite bands. They're not even like really anything but their worship of their favorite bands. It's big in Japan, by the way. Like every other band's like, we love this band. We're them, pretty much.
Right.
Just different people and Japanese.
Yeah, no, that's very common in Southeast Asia as well. A lot of bands will be like, we love Carcass, and so we're going to name our band after a Carcass song.
You know Malaysian Carcass, that's right.
Exactly.
Tools of the trade.
Did you guys have a band like that?
When we
we
first kind of started really writing like the stuff that led to what ended up on Agony, it was more like thrashy, and we were really just, I guess, kind of taking influence from the more like, I don't know, no other way to put it, I guess like epic thrash bands where they would have like these long elaborate song structures and like the twin guitar harmonies, just taking like a little bit from each of like our favorite bands and genres and things like that, and try to write a super long, interesting song for no reason.
It doesn't even have to necessarily be good; it just has to be a complex structure.
I mean, listening back to it, I was like 14, 15 writing this shit, and I'm like, wow, I came up with some things that I still think catch my ear. So, if it's still catching my ear now, I wonder what would happen if I put it out. And it's never gonna happen because
why not?
Shit sucks. Okay. I mean, there are like a couple songs that I think could make it. But I don't know. It's just not even worth my time. I don't think.
Yeah,
I'm too busy with Noisem.
For the most part, it's just like old stuff that like we never really got around to using, and or like some of it has like pieces of current songs that we just like stole from. So
what songs are you talking about?
All right, so the one riff in "Split from the Inside Out," down, that's from an old song that we had called "Dead Alive."
Oh, you're talking about those songs?
Yeah, and then the one bridge riff where one of the solos, like in between the solos in the middle section, that down, that's also stolen from an old song. We're plagiarizing ourselves. Whatever.
You gotta do.
Plagiarizing the previous version of us.
Yeah, basically.
Let's talk to Lucas for a bit. Any questions for Lucas?
So Lucas, what's up over there?
Well, I miss Lucas. I haven't hung out with Lucas in like a year, and like I've been trying to hang out with him at shows like this whole time. And
I'm all over the place. I'm like, these mean streets ain't got no clock, you know. I can't clock out. I'm like running from like 12 to 12.
Clock in, you can't clock out.
Nah.
Lucas has got to make that paper, man. He's
I gotta make the paper.
That's them
I need the cream, you know. I'll stick you for it too.
goals for the immediate future and
Survive.
Long term?
Keep writing music, keep touring until it's not fun anymore.
Put out like 1,000 more albums.
Wait until the
Actually
bassist
put two
dies
more-
in a car crash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, put out 2 more records, disband.
Gotta turn up the
There you go.
You know, the money's in the reunion. I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys have noticed this, but like bands who are consistently releasing stuff
Yeah.
never get appreciated. Like what you guys need to do is you need to put out an album that everybody hates, go away for 10 years, and then everybody loves it.
Yeah.
And then
I
just
like
play
what,
that album from beginning to end.
I like what Human Furnace says every night when they play new stuff. He's like, well, this song isn't old yet. You gotta wait 4 years before you guys can like it.
It's sad, but like honestly, a lot of the bands that people are freaking out about now, like I was listening to back then and nobody cared.
Yeah.
Like I saw Catharsis play to like 20 people. You know what I mean?
wow.
Like God bless the promoters back then for having the vision to say like, you know, this is special fit in any in one place or another. Well, let's talk about the immediate future. You finish the store, and then what?
Got about like a month of waiting, maybe 2 months of waiting, and then we go back
A couple
out
of
on
us
the road.
have to get our licenses.
We have half the new album written, so that's alright.
A little over half, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just keep writing, I guess. Until we get 9 or 10 songs that we feel absolutely confident with. Whoa, shit coming.
And were you guys hoping to have that out by this year, maybe next year?
The plan is either like late this year, like maybe winter, or early next year, just so that way we can tour our asses off all next year, and we don't have to worry about like coming home and recording something else and writing for at least until either the middle of the year or the end of the year.
Early next year is definitely the ideal time, though. So we have time to actually work on the songs and get them solid enough to be able to record them.
So that way we have like the winter cabin fever thing to just really hash it out.
So, I mean, with a high-profile tour of, like, Carcass and Gargants, are you seeing any retention? Are you seeing kids like, oh yeah, I saw you guys open for Carcass?
Like, when we come back to these cities to like play shows. Honestly, we haven't been back since the Carcass tour. This is our first show, like, post-Carcass. And, when we did that Black Dahlia tour, we got a few kids coming up to us like, yeah, I saw you guys with Black Dahlia. It was pretty cool, and I never would have heard of you guys otherwise. You know, I was like, oh, well, that's why we do those things. You know, we do that, and then we come back to actually put our footing in for ourselves. So that way, we go out there, tell people that we exist, and then we come back, and hopefully they like us the second time.
Hopefully they know we exist now.
Well, now they know.
Jinx!
Yeah. If we tell enough people that we exist, some of them might know.
Yeah, maybe.
But, yeah, I mean, like, it's just fun doing those kind of tours.
You mentioned a bunch of names of bands that influenced you. Like, who would be an ideal tour for you guys?
See, that's a hard one to answer. It would be like, I don't know, I feel like I would want to say Slayer, but not these days. Like 1987 Slayer. Like, in between South of Heaven and Rain and Blood. That would have been perfect.
Dude, if we were like, at that year, like, we would come out of nowhere. People wouldn't know what to expect. Like, it's just like, but what is this?
How do we market this?
This fucking sucks.
I don't know,
These guys aren't headbanging and synchronized. Fuck these guys.
We're not wearing leather pants.
Let's wait 4 years and then we can start liking them.
We're not doing those cool stage moves.
Yeah, wait 4 years for when grunge comes out.
Yeah, and then
that way their image will be kind of cool, like just wearing all black.
Being a bunch of fucking dorks.
Yeah. One day being a dork shall be cool. It kind of is.
So no names. You're gonna plead stuff.
I don't know, because it's a different thing for everyone, I guess. I think it would be pretty sick to tour with a band like Terrorizer.
Even new
It
Terrorizer?
depends
Or
what
are you
like
talking
genre you
I'm talking like old Terrorizer, or even just...
I mean any genre. Like any band that you'd I mean I feel like you guys have enough cross genre appeal that you could get away with a hardcore band or death
That'd be
metal
cool.
band or thrash band.
I'd like to tour with Cannibal Corpse at least once. I've heard of so many people that we've toured with them, and they have nothing but nice things
Or
to say.
Exhumed.
I want to play
Exhumed
with
would be
Morbid
tight.
Angel
Yeah.
just because I hear so many good stories from that experience. So
I hear funny stories.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They only listen to
believe
trance
that is
music.
sarcasm.
They only listen to trance music in their bus, and David Vincent has a road case for all of his cowboy hats.
Alright, so basically the tour would be us opening, and then like in no particular order, but Exhumed. What was the other one I just said? God damn, I just forgot it.
Cannibal Corpse?
Yeah, Cannibal Corpse. Shit, wow. I'm
Dude,
Because that would be hilarious.
Gathering of Juggalos, dude.
Suicide loses one. They will see you in my gun. Right
are parked in front of a funeral home. I feel like that is very appropriate.
Yeah.
I asked Carcass about a song in particular, if they were going to play it on the tour, and they didn't even remember like what album it was from.
What?
I asked for Psychopathologist, like just thinking about like eating at a funeral home. It's like one of the lines is munching on internal organs. I was like, oh shit.
Just that word munching, just
And
makes it even
like
better.
your organs sloshing around in your coffin, sloshing.
And sloshing. Yeah.
Oh god.
So genius.
Like the one line is like, I love doing autopsies on festering corpses, but especially after they've just been exhumed. I get high sniffing on all the fumes. Like, what?
Fucking insane.
Huffing formaldehyde, embalming fluids.
What about peers? What about bands closer to your generation? Like anybody you like? Anybody you want to tour with?
Full of hell, of course.
That's it, man. That's it.
That's it. Full of help. Nah. There's like a lot of local bands that we sort of hang out with. Like there's hardcore band Queensway. They're like from the same neighborhood as us, and we hang out all the time. And
Our friends from Philly, Castle Freak.
yeah.
I try to name drop them whenever I can, because I think they're that fucking rad.
What kind of music are they?
All right, so they kind of sound like Autopsy and Repulsion. So it's
The guts.
it's no secret who their influences are. This also another killer band they're from Philly, right? Coffin Dust.
Oh yeah, Coffin Dust.
They're so cool.
Definitely.
Putresect is sick.
Universal Remonster.
Is sick.
One of our favorite bands.
And they're sick.
They're sick.
Enemy Insects.
That song's good. I like that song.
Yeah.
Tell them
Naughty
to
Boy
say
is the
it.
shit.
Can we listen to
Yeah,
the video?
that's a great song.
Not when the podcast is going.
Can we play? Wait, can we play it when it's done? So it's like, the fade in. I mean, the fade out.
I mean, I'm mostly doing that in editing, but sure. If you wanna-
Just make sure it's that one pop song where the chick sounds like she's hiccuping. You know the one.
Don't think I do.
I don't either. I just heard it today.
Called
Dude, it's
La La La
Naughty
by
Boy.
Naughty Boy.
Whatever.
Yeah, dude.
Witty
Do
ever.
you even pop music?
I don't. Not well. I used to, but then I heard Wrecking Ball one too many times.
But it's
These
such a
fucking
good
guys
song.
love that
That's my
song.
wife right there. Don't talk shit.
Dude, I love me some fucking
That's
Miley.
fine. I like Miley. It's just that song got old quick.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
Dude, I'm all about
married for
Adore
money,
You.
bro.
and I
Never heard it.
Not familiar.
You.
It's not quite as hit as she wanted it to be.
It's such a better song. Though.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
I'm all about Lord. Yeah, Lord.
Yeah, dude. Pure Heroin is a tight ass album.
Yep, it is.
I do like that album, actually.
Chelsea was
You just
cool.
kissed me. No, you licked me. What the hell?
Yeah, it's getting weird. I think now's a good time to wrap up. Good luck with the tour. How can people who don't know you find you?
Come looking
Buy
for us,
a
man.
record in the record store.
Yeah, there's
I don't
that.
I don't think they have those anymore.
Yeah, record
Like,
stores
sure.
don't
I'm
exist.
pretty sure if you Google our name, it comes up. It's like one of the first results. Either that or Facebook.
We have a website too, noisembaltimore.com.
Or if you don't have a computer, you can go
Yeah.
into a record store.
Just
and
follow
buy
us
it.
on
Yeah.
Instagram. Yeah.
If they existed, remember?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Record stores don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
I forgot you just Wait, did this happen like today?
I mean, we were just a record shop. I guess it just closed down.
Listen, I'm as broken up about it as you guys, but
There's plenty of record stores in Baltimore. There's not a lot in New York.
there's Generation Records. which
Generation
is,
Records is sick.
one of the greatest.
There's
record stores in the
Zigzag
world.
Records by me.
Is
Got
that
shut
like
down.
the Amoeba of New York?
Is it like Amoeba?
Oh,
I think
no.
Amoeba is huge.
Amoeba
though,
kicked
right?
the shit out of Generation.
Yeah, Amoeba's huge. Generation Records is more of like, I guess it started off as more like a punk hardcore kind of place, and then it slowly, because the metalheads wouldn't go away, me being one of them, they grudgingly added a metal section, and I guess.
I feel like I have heard of that place before.
Okay, so thank you guys for an incredibly entertaining interview.
This is gonna be boring as shit
you
to
could
listen
call
to.
it that.
How long has this been going on? We'll check it out.
Probably about 40 minutes.
This is gonna be a multi-episode
What
deal.
fuck? What fuck?
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
this
gonna
is
release
gonna
it.
be
I'm gonna
hard
release it in
to
2 minutes and solve it.
Seriously,
Yeah.
like, what fuck boy is gonna listen to all this?
Metal
I
Metalheads.
will. I know I will. I love listening to
I
my own
would,
voice.
but my internet would
Alright.
probably cut
We'll
off.
just mute it
I'm
for like all
pretty
the
sure-
other parts.
I think we could safely say after this interview, you're never going to tour with Carcass again.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably
they hate
kiss
us.
that Slayer and
They will
Cannibal Corpse,
blacklist us.
tour goodbye as well.
How do you feel about this, Lucas?
Feel about what?
Nothing.
Oh,
If we hit you up one day, like, yo, we're going on tour with Exhumed and Cannibal Corpse, you want to come?
I didn't say. I said
What would you
Slayer.
say?
I said Slayer and Cannibal Corpse. So we do Exhumed and Cannibal Corpse.
I didn't say Slayer in 2014. I said Slayer in 1987. So get your fucking shit straight.
All right. I fucked up. I admit it. It's done. Sorry.
Damn.
Man.
Kind of like this podcast right now.
Yeah, I'll tour.
No, still not.
I'll just say I'll tour with you guys through Hell and Back. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Through Full of Hell and Back.
Well,
We're full of hell in the back.
well, since Lucas is the guy who brought us all together, I think we owe it to Lucas too. It's his final
The
word.
best guy.
Best guy, honestly.
Thank you.
I don't really like him all that much. Honestly.
Closing thoughts, Lucas?
What's up?
Closing thoughts? Anything you're looking forward to on this tour? This is your first tour, right?
Yeah, my first tour. My thoughts in general.
Kissing Dave Bland on the lips.
Something that
I'm looking forward to some little kisses from Dave Bland. He's the king. He's the king of the littlest kiss. He does the littlest kisses on earth. You go look that shit up on your YouTube. Little kisses.
Kisses by Dave.
Look that shit up on YouTube.
This is the best video on YouTube. I'm looking forward to. I'm just looking forward to seeing more of the states and seeing a bunch of bands.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Adrian. Always a pleasure.
Search until I know myself, the right way, feel like somebody with no pain inside, driving into my field.